I couldn't agree with you more about the entitlement. I already spoke earlier about socialization and Margaret Thatcher's quote. It's great to run out other people's money. I think with the economic plan, a lot of the ideas that we heard tonight, that America's tax less to become the next exporter, we build more, consume more, and elevate our quality of life. This leads to additional dollars in every American's pocket. They can choose whether to fund savings accounts for rainy day, their 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, purchase goods or groceries, vote, pay or prepay their mortgage, invest in a business. Americans will take additional risk by investing in creating new industries such as wind, solar, battery-operated vehicles. But the mind can dream the dollars will be there to create. Business will have the dollars to expand, do product development, R&D, pay a dividend, which leads to upward pressure on stock price. Americans know best how to spend their dollars and don't need the federal government and Congress telling them how. Currently, legislators have lost sight of the fact that this is our money and they have a moral responsibility to spend it properly. Incompetent management needs to end because the threshold for how much one can take has been exceeded. The government does not create wealth, it takes wealth to create more government, and I'm Martin Millen for the 2nd District.
My name is Jack Jordan, and I'm running for the 2nd District Congressional seat and plan on unseating Joe Donnelly come the November election. Let's talk about spending. Earmarks. Not a big number, but I am the only candidate between Joe Donnelly and myself at another point, I don't know where you stand on this, I'm sorry, that has adamantly committed to getting away, not accepting and getting away with earmarks. I don't care if it's a dime, I don't care if it's 30 billion, earmarks are unethical and unacceptable. If we need money, there's appropriation bills as a way to do it. Secondly, discretionary spending. Dollar for dollar over the last couple of years, discretionary spending has gone up over 80%. Unacceptable. Now let's talk about the big moose in the room, and that is entitlement spending. This is a multi-generational issue. We have to keep the promise that we made to seniors. We need to keep promises to vets who risk their lives serving our country. But over the next 20 to 30 years, we do have to deal with entitlements. What's so great about having a non-politician like myself go to Washington? I don't owe one single favor to anybody. There is no lobbyist I owe a favor to. There's no fellow politician I owe a favor to. I can go out there for 2 terms, maybe 3 terms, do the right thing, and come home and live in my beloved dream, knowing I did what was right for our country. Thank you.
I've made public debt and fiscal responsibility the main core of my message. Some of you may have seen that I was in Greentown the other night holding a town meeting on this topic. I spend a lot of time on it because I think it's going to be the issue of our generation. We're going to want to be talking about jobs and health care and education and our kids, but what we're going to be talking about is dealing with the debt. You got to sneak up on the system. You got to change the culture. Term limits. Got to get rid of the perks that make congressmen want to stay there. You got to get rid of this silly vested pension plan they get, which we give them as if we want them to stay there forever. I don't understand that. Okay. Once you begin to get the culture changing a little, and you elect people that are not career-minded in politics, they want to get out there and attack this problem. You're going to get to entitlements. Quite frankly, folks, it's going to be very, very painful. And I have not heard a lot of answers up here tonight about how they're really going to get at that. I think we need to tell those that are at, on, or near Medicare recipients or Social Security, we're going to take care of you. We're going to have to be very honest with the public here on. We're going to have to reform and change entitlements. It is the cancer that's going to suck the life out of this economy and out of our federal government. And I'm here today to tell you that I'm going to be part of that if you choose to hire me. Thank you for having me. Entitlements are used to perpetuate power. That's what they're used for. I propose every bill that is brought before Congress, anything is added to it, you take it off, you put its own number on it, you vote on it, on its own merits. That'll stop some of the hanky-panky of throwing all these earmarks and other junk that doesn't belong in the bill that we have to swallow because they say it's for the better for us. Term limits will work. But you need people, as this gentleman right here said, Mr. Jordan, that don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah.
I was a police officer in the city of Marion for 5 years. Politicians don't scare me. Another thing, lobbyists should not be writing the bills, and they should not be able to see the bill until after we do. Lobbyists are as much as the problem as the politicians are because they have a symbiotic relationship. I earn off of you, you earn off of me. We all live in our $1 million homes and we get tickets to all the great things. You want to reform it? Get the lobbyists out, make politicians accountable, and tell them if you're not going to do our business, we're going to get rid of you. Also, get rid of the direct election of senators, bring them back to the state, be responsible to us. That way, if they don't do our business, we recall them and get them out and put people in that will look out for Indiana first.
Well, I think the answer to this question is really pretty simple. The reason we can't balance the budget is because there are too few of us there that have the guts to stand up and say, we've got to do this. We have too many people there that are too worried about getting elected in the next election than they have to stand up to us and say, I will do the right thing for you. And we can't wait for the culture to change. We need to change it now, and we need to remove everyone who's an incumbent in the office now and get them out so that we can make the changes now and not wait another 30 years.
Well, I'm grateful the state of Indiana has a constitutional provision to balance the budget. We've done that in the state of Indiana. The reason there's been no general tax increase in our state is because we balanced the budget. I have battled that little short 4-foot Pat Bauer for 6 years. He is the king of taxation. He loves to take money out of your pocket. I think his sister's name is Nancy Pelosi, and she's from the same school. And I'll tell you this, as a freshman legislator, one of the first things we did when I was elected is we took away and destroyed lifetime health care for your legislators in the state of Indiana. We destroyed it. And let me tell you something. We can absolutely bring this government back under control, folks. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You need people with experience and leadership and the passion and the gut to want to send Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid and Barack Obama packing and to leave our money in our pockets. That's what we need to do. My name is Jackie Walorski. I am planning on beating Joe Donnelly. I'm planning on taking on Nancy Pelosi on Fox News. I'm in the 2nd District. My website is standwithjackie.com.